Guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. We're going to talk about Gohan and Piccolo. They're going to be coming to Global Dokkan. Now, I do feel like I've definitely fallen on a very negative side with this character, kind of seeing what their capabilities are, the teams they're on, and then, of course, you know, how 9th Anniversary Power Creep has kind of been. Now, there's a very specific problem with this character compared to, say, Super Trunks or maybe Kale, right? There's a bunch of new stages. Super Trunks' Ghost Usher is, I mean, I don't want to say it's more viable right now because, you know, like LR Future Gohan is weaker at the same time. But, like, you know, we could do that without really, like, you know, I don't know. The problem with this character is this form right here is really bad. They give a lot of support, which is super good. Support is a game changer, but this character is just made out of paper mache, man. They will struggle with, you know, fusion Zamasu attacks and stuff like that. And, I mean, we now have, you know, Blue Gogeta. I mean, it is just one fight, but, I mean, Blue Gogeta is hitting for, you know, 1.7 million. I mean, Trunks on, we're talking about normal attacks. Trunks does 1.5 million. Red Zone Boss Rush Broly does 1 million normals. So it's like we have many bosses over 1 million normals. And this character will struggle against that if they don't revive. The issue is revive is tough. I mean, it's a mechanic that a lot of characters are going to be fighting over. And I mean, I would imagine on nearly any team we're running this character, we're going to be bringing one of these two guys, because these guys are going to just be must runs. I mean, you know, it's like the 9th Anniversary did do a good job of making a lot of characters relevant, but I mean, then we got the Part 3 stages and the very tippity top stages. I mean, it's going to be tough. I mean, you're going to need, you know, UI, Evolution Blue Vegeta, Beast, you know, Gogeta. Like you need kind of like some of these team protector characters. If Gohan and Piccolo, I just don't think that they're strong enough to carry the weight on their shoulders. We're going to do a couple of videos with them. We'll do just a 200%, kind of see what their stats look like. We'll go into difficult content stages. We'll fight like maybe Supreme Battle Spectacle Gogeta, Supreme Battle Spectacle Beast. Maybe they could prove me wrong. They could look really good. We'll try our best. Now, we're on Beast Gohan's team right here. Gohan and Piccolo do actually have a 200%. We're in the Supreme Battle Spectacle UI Goku stage, so it's not the toughest stage ever, but I mean, UI Goku, you know, is supering for over 2 million in basically the last two phases. Even this Blue Goku is supering for 1.5 million. He can be tough. So, you know, we'll see how we're going to get the job done. Now, the thing about Gohan and Piccolo, like, I could foresee, like, their EZA just being obscene. I mean, maybe it's insane I'm talking about their EZA, but the problem in slot 3, I actually want to, I mean, it's easy as always. I love the Thieving 6 wiki, but the Global hasn't had the data download yet, so I could just quickly show it. But here, I want to put this up on screen real fast. Okay, so this character, right, again, the support, I think, is the best aspect of them. So they have this, which is really good. Because remember, Beast does lead Bond to Master and Disciple. So, I mean, this character, that support is nice. Keep in mind that this is a Piccolo-named character. So this will activate Beast Gohan's unit super attack as well. That's something, right? But this, when you have this up, this character is crazy. This is so strong. Like, this is why everyone is screaming that the Gammas, the LR Gammas are underrated. And I'm not fighting it because I'm thinking of Gamma 1's multiple turn defensive support and how crazy it is. LR Bulma is so crazy, right? Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Yajirobe, but like Yajirobe's got the multiple turn support is so strong. But this character, I mean, we cannot get away with them in slot 3. They have 162k defense. So, I mean, it just does not work. So, like, real quick, they do get 50% defense from their super attack effect. Okay. They get 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. They do then get 100% defense on super, but you guys, it's not last year anymore. That's not even, bro, that's not even close to enough. So they're going to get 100. So this will double. And then they're going to get, 50% from their super attack effect. Not even close, man. It's just like they're nowhere even in the realm of being able to tank against any of these like actual scary bosses. So if we're gonna run this character, we need one of two things: pray for perfect RNG, which I mean it can happen, for sure, or they need to revive, and you have to swap over to Kid Gohan. All right, let's enough yapping away. Let's go ahead and get to it. Let's see how we do. Oh, their link set right here. So link set is Gaze of Respect, Demonic Ways, Cold Judgment, Brainiacs, Z Fighters, Infighter, and Fierce Battle. I mean, we do have, like, Brainiacs. We could certainly bring Orange Piccolo on the team, and Orange Piccolo does have Brainiacs, right? So, like, they do have some good, strong, kind of, like, defensive links and stuff like that. It is a real shame that this character does not have All in the Family. I think that would help out quite a bit, right? For sure. All right, so let's see the attacks that they get. Now, when we run them in slot 1 or 2, Gohan and Piccolo, they can have 40% damage reduction, which, I mean, in slot 2 or 3, against a lot of bosses with the defensive level they have, that should be sufficient. But, I mean, this is a joke of a character compared to the good characters now to run in, like, slot 2. Obviously, we can't run them in slot 1. But their damage reduction is heavily flawed as well, right? In that the way it works is if our HP is below 70%, it's either when they attack or when they get hit. It is not active. So their damage reduction, again, it activates under one of those two circumstances. Either they attack or they get hit. One of those two. If you're below 70% when either of those happens, then they are not going to be able to have that damage reduction. And the damage reduction, again, it does not trigger at the start of turn. It triggers, you know, when they get hit or when they attack. So it could just lead to them getting crunched. I've seen it a lot, right? Like, even, you know, some really great characters could get destroyed and utterly obliterated in slot 1, and then we move on to slot 2, and then, you know, they're not going to be looking too good. So that could be an issue. Here, we'll just go ahead and swap over to the Gammas. We could just go ahead and skip that. That's fine. And then we have Evolution Blue Vegeta right here and UI Goku. Again, like, I just don't foresee myself, like, even wanting to run teams with Gohan and Piccolo, probably without these guys, right? Like, if we run Bond, a Master, and a Disciple, Vegeta is a must-run. It's just end of discussion. The team starts with Beast, and then you pick Vegeta, and then, you know, you build the rest of your team however you want to, right? I mean, join forces. It does kind of feel like we did have a little bit of a meta reset. It's not as bad as, like, the 7th anniversary and stuff like that, but, I mean, the difference between Blue Gogeta's damage and Fusion Zamasu's damage is a lifetime, a Grand Canyon gap. It's, like, not even close. Like, Gogeta supers for, I mean, I don't want to say almost 2 million more, but Gogeta does super for almost 2 million more, right? Again, Gogeta supers for almost 2 million more, man. All right, so Gohan and Piccolo, their revive condition is pretty good, by the way. I don't want to pretend like it's bad or anything like that. So in order to revive and exchange into Kid Gohan, if we start the turn under 70% HP, which is not the worst ever for sure, or just 7th turn. In a lot of these fights, we are able to hit, like, turn 7 and stuff like that. I would say that with some of these top teams, once UI and Evolution Blue Vegeta got their EZA, it definitely does feel like it did shorten some of these fights, because now, I mean, you know, we could be running Beast, we could be running, you know, UI and Evolution Blue Vegeta, Blue Kaioken and Evolution Blue, like, there's a lot. All right, so we have the big support from Kabe. Again, we're next to Beast Gohan. I mean, we only have Infighter and Fierce Battle activated, but, I mean, the thing is with links that a lot of people got to understand is, if we're going to go into, like, a realistic fight, I mean, you know, like, it's not just like, all right, like, we got to make sure to get Gaze of Respect active on them. Like, I guess LR Kid Gohan could be solid in here. Like we probably could run LR Kid Gohan and get away with it. Although, the thing about LR Kid Gohan is, like, we really would need to prioritize him as much as possible, you know, to try and build him up. And then it's like, in LR Piccolo, I mean, he was a very good free-to-play character when he first came out a year ago. Now, obviously, in LR Piccolo, I mean, you know, a million defense with guard against the top bosses, you're taking 600k plus. So, I mean, we start talking about, you know, Piccolo, who, what is he down? More like 400k, 500k, I think, something like that. That's just off the top of my head. I'd have to go back and double check, but, I mean, in LR Piccolo, he's got to be running slot 1. That would not work. If UI Goku supered here, we might have just been killed outright. Maybe I'm disrespecting Gohan and Piccolo, but remember, UI, he supers, I think he's like right around 2 million-ish, because he does get an attack buff when he supers, I believe. So he would do a lot of damage to us, potentially. All right, we're going to just kind of like just slide through this fight very fast, huh? Here, we can just go ahead and do this. Actually, maybe I should have had Beast get hit. Whatever, it's fine. All right, so there we go. You're out of here. So now we get to the UI Goku phase right here. Okay. Let's toss this. Yeah, we'll go into... We definitely have to go into a different fight to where I can get them to revive. I'd run them in slot 3, but... I mean, we don't have to revive up. Even normals from UI Goku would probably be devastating. All right, let's see how we do. We'll hop into a second run. I mean, remember that they're supporting Bond and Master and Disciple and Saiyan Saga. I mean, Saiyan Saga at this point, doesn't really have super options. I mean, Yamcha is going to be real iffy now. I mean, now we're talking about a 2022 character in 2024, right? Like, that's going to be iffy. Let's see how Gohan and Piccolo do right here. Remember that they're... No, they are getting support from the Gammas. Yeah, they're joint forces. So the LR Gammas do support them. The Gammas support is pretty wide-ranging, right? Joint forces, Defender of Justice, as well as... So take a little bit of damage. What are UI Goku's normals right here? Let me get, like... I don't want to say the exact number, but let me just get, like, a close guesstimate of what UI Goku is hitting right here. I want to say maybe, like, 800k-ish? Let's see. So UI, yeah, I think UI Goku's normal here was between 750 to 800k. Remember, that's type disadvantage too for Gohan and Piccolo. So, I mean, I don't hate that tanking right there against a type disadvantage boss. We certainly could do much worse, right? Like, I'm not gonna. I don't want to blind hate on a character. Like, you know, they're gonna have flaws, but. That certainly could have been way worse. UI Goku is probably going to die right here, though. Okay, so... Man, I guess we could go into Red Zone movie boss rush. Like, I don't think I have plans to do a specific showcase for Gohan and Piccolo in the Red Zone movie boss rush. So I guess we could just go into that fight, and maybe at the start of the fight, we could run Gohan and Piccolo in slot 3, get the support... I think maybe at the start of the fight, unless we get really unlucky, we could be okay with Gohan and Piccolo to kind of like not have them die. And then, you know, we'll get to turn 7, and we should easily be able to die with them, you know, once we get to like Bojack or you know, Broly or something like that towards the end. Okay, one thing that is good for Gohan and Piccolo, I should remind you guys of this. Remember that the toughest bosses right now, I guess besides Cell Max and Red Zone movie boss rush, those two are villains. But a lot of these tough fights are now super class enemies. So remember, super class characters will take less damage from super class enemies, and extreme class characters will take less damage from extreme class characters. So, all right, let's go to Red Zone movie boss rush. Sure. Okay, guys, we're back. How did I take damage? Who? Kid Gohan got supered and took that much? Oh, no. I mean, he sucks. What the hell? Dude, I mean, you could see I ran UI Goku slot 1, Kid Gohan slot 2, and Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 in slot 3. I mean, you could tell. Like, it's provable right there. Damn, Gohan. Are you kidding me? I mean, I got the 18 key at his damage reduction. I mean, he is a stacking character. We'll see. I mean, Kid Gohan could be a good video. Specifically, we focus on Kid Gohan in here. Right? I think that could be good. Okay. So, I mean, we could revive. I guess my plan at this point, let's just... well, I mean, I don't actually want Vegeta to get hit to potentially revive, do I? I don't know. Here's what we're going to do is we can get a little bit of a look at Gohan and Piccolo in slot 3. So remember, they give support, regular support, to Bond, Master and Disciple, and Saiyan Saga. The entire team gets that buff, except for UI Goku and Gamma 1 and 2. They are not Saiyan Saga or Bond, Master and Disciple, right? But then the secondary 3-turn slot 3 support for Gohan and Piccolo, it's for superclass characters. So by doing this, the entire team is buffed. And this is when I say, like, oh, like, you know, they'd be great on, like, a perfect RNG, like, good RNG run or something like that. It'd be something like this. So, like, Gohan and Piccolo show up, and the boss is already half dead, and then, like, Beast and UI or Evolution Blue will just kill the boss before Gohan and Piccolo even get attacked in slot 3. And then their slot 3 support is, you know, massively buffing these god-level characters that we're running. That is where Gohan and Piccolo can have a substantial impact. But, I mean, it's just like, again, it gets difficult because, again, the whole game is RNG, right? Like, we say that, and it sounds good, but what actually happens is we jump in, we put them slot 1, and then they get supered, and then, all right, well, it's one of our 6 runs. We're just dead instantly, right? Okay, I guess, we could show this turn, I guess, because the thing is, this turn is part of the Gohan and Piccolo showcase, because right now we have Gohan and Piccolo's support up. So all 3 of these characters are going to be doing a little bit more damage, and they're going to be a little bit tankier because of Gohan and Piccolo. I do think Gohan and Piccolo even now can be pretty solid if you could get away with running them in slot 3, because that's just how valuable I feel like multiple turn support is. When you have a character that's not only, you know, buffing the current rotation you're on, sure, but then the next rotation, those characters are great because that can allow you to kind of have a little bit more fun and expand the roster of characters you could actually bring into these fights, right? Like, you know, it's like, of course, we're running Evo and UI and Beast and stuff like that. If we jump into, like, a serious fight, I mean, you're gonna have to bring one of these characters. Like, you know, you're not gonna go toe-to-toe with the bosses at the end with just, like, mostly 2023 characters. I mean, I guess it's possible. I mean, we could, you know, Super Trunks' Ghost Usher could work well, but again, even what was Kale was a dominant character if she was able to transform basically in the last meta. But that's not how it's going to go anymore. Kale is good. I think Kale is a solid character right now. I mean, if you could, you know, transform with her safely and the other Universe 6 character doesn't get you killed. But, I mean, Kale will get obliterated by big bosses, even through her good defense and her guarding and stuff like that. I mean, it's just, you know, again, we're in kind of a different era. I mean, that's how it goes, right? Remember, it's a gacha game. These characters are going to get aged out. It happens. I do think people get a little bit too, like, emotionally attached to these Dokkan characters, man. I really think it's like you know, I get, like, liking them and stuff like that, but remember, they're all on a ticking clock. Every character. Beast is on a ticking clock, dude. Like, it's not like, you know, we're going to be 3 years down the line and it's like, oh, we got Beast, we're okay. Like, that's not the way it's going to be. So, it's like, you know, time in these games moves fast as hell. And this is why Global being behind sucks balls, by the way. Because, you know, the character comes out and they're already power crept. They're already worthless. And Gohan and Piccolo are going to have one of the worst banners ever. Like, it just sucks. All right, at this point, I mean, we're pretty deep in the video here. I wasn't planning on this being a 50-minute video. Let's just come back when we can have Gohan and Piccolo killed. I mean, I guess it'll be kind of difficult, but, I mean, I could force run them in slot 1, I suppose. Oh, this could be good. I mean, this is a good turn right here, because we'll be decent on links next to Kid Gohan, right? Gaze of Respect, Z Fighters, Fierce Battle, sure. We do have multiple turn Gamma support too, right? All right, let's hit this. Eventually, yeah, I'm going to start to get very loosey-goosey. We'll come back. Remember, Gohan and Piccolo, they don't have an HP condition for their revive once we hit turn 7, which, you know, there are many fights where we could easily hit turn 7 right now. So, I mean, I think, since day one, I've thought Gohan and Piccolo have a great revive condition. Awesome. They have a very easy HP one, right? Like, you know, you could do it turn 1, technically, if you land on, like, a damage node on the map or something like that in some fight. Or there's also a secondary turn 7 condition, right? Like, that's pretty good. So, okay. Let's just see what Gohan and Piccolo look like on this turn, and then I will go ahead and we'll cut, and we'll come back once Gohan and Piccolo are ready to die, probably against Bojack. I think Bojack probably will be enough to kill us. Remember that this cooler doesn't just willy-nilly fire super attacks either. He's scripted, so we're completely safe right here. Hopefully Kid Gohan doesn't get us killed. We'll see. I mean, Kid Gohan in this fight, can he be okay? Probably, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not really too sure about the LR Kid Gohan. I don't know. That's where I'm landing on him. I'm not sure. So all right, so they do that. Sure, we get an additional super as well. I do have a fair amount of additional in this character because obviously the first turn of Kid Gohan, he is guaranteed dodging, provided we have a Goku on the team. And he is also guaranteed critting, and he does big damage. I mean, it's not 9th anniversary damage, but it was certainly really big damage pre-9th anniversary. Alrighty, guys. Now I'm going to put him in slot 1, so let's start the... me, when I'm truth that I put the slot 2 unit in slot 1. Well, yeah, we're doing it intentionally because we want to revive, guys. Alright, let's see how we do here. So remember, their damage reduction would trigger right away when they get hit, but... I mean, obviously, defense is a little low. So we'll see what happens. I don't think Vegeta has been hit 5 times. I will rage if we die and Vegeta revives. That's going to suck. Maybe I should just take Vegeta off the team. I mean, I think that this could have been worse, right? Like, that could have been way worse. Like 125k. Remember that their damage reduction is off since we're below 70%. What does... Just Super Kid. Oh, damn it. Because what does 13's normals do? Remember, that is, like, worst case enemy for Gohan and Piccolo, right? It's extreme class, AGL, before they attack, right? Like, it's a horrible situation. They are... Oh my god, dude, he only does 400k. His normals are 400k! Gross. Gross, dude. Gross. Alright, oh, this doesn't look like... What the hell? We don't have to use anything. We're good. We're good. Yeah, we're good. Oh, shit. That's crazy. Yeah, we don't have to do anything. Here, hold this. Yeah, not bad, Kid Gohan. Okay. Alrighty. Let's hit this. I kind of don't want to heal the way he's probably gonna, yeah. And then... Yeah, I don't... We're not getting in Orisa Kid Gohan, no way. We do want to make sure... Well, no, I was going to say we do want to make sure we're below 70% HP. No, that doesn't matter. Never mind. But I do want to die. Dude, it's so hard. Damn it. This is why I've seen so many people say we got to get Blue Kaioken Goku that dies and revives into UI Goku. And I will say, no, the hell we do not. Because I want to use UI Goku. I don't want to go through this, right? Like, it's easy to revive in theory, but when it's time to just revive... That shit ain't easy, man. It's not easy to just revive on command. Because the bosses, I mean, you can't control what they do, right? Alright, Janemba could easily kill us. Bojack could easily kill us. Hopefully, like, we're able to just put Gohan and Piccolo in slot 1, and he could just eradicate them, and then we get the really good Gohan and Piccolo revive animation, and we can talk about Kid Gohan. Whereas I'm very unfavorable to base Gohan and Piccolo. I really like the Kid Gohan, but on his second turn, his turns afterwards, he does become dodge or die. Shit. No, that's a seal. We're fine. So I believe if they die, they will revive. If Beast dies, does Gohan and Piccolo revive? Because they're first in rotation. Because remember, we have both revives up, UI and Gohan and Piccolo. I think if UI dies, he will revive. I think if Gohan and Piccolo or Beast die, Gohan and Piccolo will revive. Is how this will work, I think. This should be fine, though. We should easily die. Bojack is tough. He's a tough boss. This should be easy death right here. Just Super Kid. Yeah, nice. Awesome. All right, so finally, pretty deep in here, but we got Kid Gohan out. I guess it is kind of a bummer that we have Kid Gohan right here and not against Broly, because Broly, of course, is a massive threat, whereas this Int Janemba really is much less so a massive threat. So, I mean, we're just going to get the same links right there. Yeah, we are going to have Gamma 1 next rotation. Okay, so we can get away with this. All right, so let's just quickly go over what Kid Gohan does. I mean, I know we're pretty deep in the video, forgive me, but I don't want to just, whatever. Okay, so super attack effect, the kid is getting 100%, massively raising attack and defense, very powerful. Then he's getting 2 key and 150% attack and defense. Gets 100% attack and defense on super. If HP is 58% or more when performing a super. That could be an issue, but he is going to be dodge or die regardless, right? Then he gets an additional 100% attack, 12 key, and then 300% attack and defense on super, and a guaranteed crit his first turn. He's super effective against all types starting from his second turn. He gives super class allies 2 key. That could be useful. 70% chance to crit against a pure Saiyan enemy. Then, here's where it gets... This is what's important about this guy, and this is what hurts this guy on his own team. There's still no good Goku on Bond to Master and Disciple. There's 0 good Gokus on that team. Or Saiyan Saga. Gohan guaranteed dodges his first turn. And then he gets a high chance to dodge starting from his next turn if there's a Goku on the team. Of course, you know, on Beast's team, we have Mastered UI Goku is the top 5 character in the game without a doubt, right? So, now, we're on this turn right here. Gohan is guaranteed critting. Again, I do like... The build for this character has done me well. I've had many clutch dodges, and I've also had many additional supers. If you guys go back and watch, I mean, I've had many crazy additional super moments with this guy. This guy can hit very hard, so let's just see the damage he's going to go ahead and put up for us. I mean, this is kind of like a realistic team, right? Not just like a juice setup in a Dokkan event or something like that. Nice. Guaranteed dodge. We love that. All right, and Gohan gives us a... We do have several attack links up. 18 million. Okay, we certainly could get way higher, depending upon, like, crazy support. Like, if the Gammas were on rotation, certainly his damage would have gone up quite a bit. No additional right there. Okay. But, again, I am pretty favorable to this Gohan, although now that we did the big crazy turn, now he does just become a 50% dodge or die character without much value. So I am just really not super high on this Gohan and Piccolo unit. It's just like everything they could bring to the table, another character does like way better. Like, and I know like, oh my god, an old character, no way. But I mean, this character's not that old, man. Like they came out in, well, technically it was October for JP, right? They're an October release. Like that's not that long ago. Like they're literally coming out now on global. And I just see almost no reason to run them on almost any team. At least with, Kale, I mean, she could get to a pretty good defensive level. If we're talking about Super Trunks, his active has crazy, insane value, which is so nuts, right? Like, there's other characters who, things could just be much better with, right? Like, I think running a double Super Trunks team does sound scary, but, like, maybe we could, get some business done with that Mastered Evolution side. I don't know. But yeah, I probably... Whereas the 9th anniversary did help some other 2023 Dokkan Fest TURs, I do feel much worse about Gohan and Piccolo after this anniversary. So, all right, let's just finish this run out right here. We'll come back during Gohan's turn. All right, so now we're on Janemba. Let's hope we get a lot of Int Orbs for Gamma 1. Uh-oh. Well, we got chord issues, which are always the funniest. Kids. This might be the end of our run right here. I really like the LR Gammas, but, whew. I mean, he'll probably still be okay. I would really like Kid Gohan to get an attack, though. I mean, if I let Gamma 1 sit there in slot 1, that's going to be death for Janemba, right? Gamma 1 probably would have. Remember, this Janemba does 2 million. Like, he supers for over 2 million, so he's real. He's real. I'm thinking we're going to go with Kid Gohan. So, my thinking before I do this, I have to explain all this out. I got to dumb it down for everyone. Okay. we're here for Kid Gohan footage. I mean, you guys can see we're on turn 14. It can be tough to get the revive. I want to get Kid Gohan footage. My fear is that Gamma 1 will kill Janemba before Gohan gets to attack, and I would really like more footage of him after his first initial turn. So I am going to place Kid Gohan in slot 1 right here. And we're going to hope that things are going to go good, okay? That's what we're going to do. Kid Gohan, remember, he is a dodge character. So we're just hoping for some dodges right here. The worst case scenario would be Janemba supers right away, and it hits us, and we die. That's good. That's good. We like that. Down to 8 million. Okay, he is super effective against all types, but he's not guaranteed critting anymore. Remember, he does get 100% from super attack effect right there. He does double super. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, look how much his damage jumped. That's a lot. That's damn near 2 million right there. Does he kill? Just barely not. Okay, good dodge. Good dodge. Okay. He's a god. Nice. Okay, cool. See, it was worth it, man. We're trying to get footage of him. You know, it's like you can't just hide every single character and pretend they're good. At some point, like, you know, pull your pants up, Kid Gohan. Get out there and dominate Janemba's ass, man. Whip his ass. And Kid Gohan did that. What is this? What the hell? Buddy thinks that's going to work against Evolution Blue Vegeta, does he? Okay. Yeah, sure, buddy. Yeah. Have fun, Broly. Knock yourself out, my man. I should have saved those for game 1. Damn it. We'll keep going until we win or die. Broly is, remember, very tough. 1 million damage normals. And then Broly also has a 3 million damage super attack. So, the Int LR Kid Gohan definitely will be fine against the normals from this Broly, judging by the fact that we saw him at 1 million defense last turn if you were looking. But I'm not really too sure about that super, though. But I certainly could do, like, a realistic team where, you know, we focus in a little bit more on Kid Gohan and get him built up. I mean, that could work. I haven't really been paying attention to UI Goku too much on what he's been doing, but he should be okay. Because Gamma 1 did super last turn, which means this... Remember, this rotation, we're being buffed by Gamma 1 right now, this rotation. Gamma 1 is so good once you get him out. Like, I'll be honest, I don't even really care about the Core Breaker. I mean, it's cool. But, like, my main priority always is to get to Gamma 1 as quick as possible for that 2-turn defensive support. That's always my focus. Broly has a little bit of a cooldown. It's not much. I think it's just 5. But that means Vegeta, multiple supers, and then he's probably going to get hit a couple of times. So, I mean, this could be great because we could see Vegeta double-digit tank a 3 million super attack right here, which would be very sick. I would love that. Please, Daddy, give it to us. 60% damage reduction? 70%? 80%? Yeah, go ahead, kid. Yeah, let's see it. Do it. Please, I'm begging you. Please do it. Please do it. Please. Yes. Dude, this guy's an idiot. He's a loser, clown, buffoon, baboon. He's a chimpanzee. Get out of here, Broly. Stop it. Stop it. Double digits. You dumbass. Okay, okay. Let's get Gamma 1 it up. You guys remember, showcase character. Maybe I should put Kid Gohan in slot 1. I was thinking Gamma 1 support. Oh, man, damn. I kind of want the Gamma 1 support up. That's just too many. We know Broly is not going to super in slot 1. I think I'm actually going to reset and put Kid Gohan in slot 1. Because regardless, a normal hitting Kid Gohan is like, you know, we're cottage cheese after that. All right, guys, we're back. Let's go through this. Let's hit this. Maybe some better orbs will present itself for Gamma 1. Yeah, actually, perfect. That's perfect. Yep, sure. Remember, Gamma 1 just needs STR or Int. Either are fine. All right, so I decided to put Kid Gohan in slot 1 because I don't... One normal may kill us? Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, it did. It sure did. Okay, well... Yeah, it did. It sure did. Okay. I mean, it always... You know, that could happen to UI Goku. Any dodge character could technically get killed, but obviously I'm not really a big fan of when a dodge or die character is at only 50% dodge. That's kind of like not super iffy. Yep, and now we get to just sit here and look at the screen. This is a perfect ending spot. Guys, let me know what you guys think of Gohan and Piccolo. We'll take them into some other tough fights like Supreme Battle Spectacle, Gogeta, and stuff like that. But the game really wants me to commemorate this misery. So thank you guys. I love you guys. And I'll see y'all next time.